Any minor observation, every small setback, when this affects you deeply, you're relinquishing control. The truth is the most unshakable people don't have fewer problems. They've simply perfected their responses. Picture navigating existence unshaken. No mental spiraling, no uncontrolled reactions, just complete control. Here I'll show you the method to condition your thinking to act as if nothing bothers you. Mastering the nothing bothers me mindset is fundamental. The world is full of distraction, people's opinions, everyday irritations, sudden obstacles. Suppose I explain that genuine power emerges from mastering the art of indifference. The secret lies in mastering to separate your feelings from outside events. If you permit outside occurrences to command your emotions, you become a puppet to forces beyond your control. But when you train your mind to stay unshaken, you emerge as a commander of your future. When you adopt this attitude, you exercise dominance without uttering anything. Think of the most influential individuals throughout time. They were not those who reacted impulsively to any insult. Their power wasn't in their ability to argue, but in their ability to continue impassive. Envision a moment where someone insults you in public. The instinctive reaction of many would be fury. Yet what occurs when you simply smile and walk away? You rob the instigator of their power. Identical principles govern defeats and obstacles. Those who understand the power of indifference see failure as nothing more than data, an educational moment. They do not internalize failure. They merely witness, modify, and advance. In what way do you develop such degree of mastery? Practice the habit of pausing before reacting. Ask yourself, does this scenario really influence my future objectives? One more essential factor is visualization. Picture yourself as an individual who moves through life unaffected. As you strengthen this representation in your mind, it transforms into your truth. Emotional detachment isn't about suppressing feelings. It concerns commanding them. Envision this. You're amid an intense dispute. Will you allow their speech to dominate your feelings, or will you grin unmoved? When you implement the strategy, tension diminishes, lucidity expands. What you focus on, you attract. Yet, when you assume mastery of your thoughts and emotions, you become the architect of your own fate. Disciplining yourself toward effective distance does not mean you become cold. It indicates you stop letting environmental influences to command your internal state. Your feelings assist you, not the other way around. Mindful indifference is a superpower. We're trained to assume we must care about everything. But true freedom comes when you realize that many things are irrelevant. Indifference doesn't mean apathy. It means prioritization. Not every battle is worth fighting. When you quit engaging to each trivial annoyance, you recover mastery. Quit chasing acceptance. Chasing acceptance is entrapment. The instant you grant external sources control to establish your significance, you surrender command over your personal existence. Authentic assurance isn't provided. It's built through self-reliance. The most magnetic individuals don't plead for validation. They possess their identity, defects, and everything. Liberty arrives when you abandon the requirement to be accepted by all. Regardless of your actions, someone will constantly comment. So why squander your power trying to please everyone? If you desire to liberate yourself from the validation snare, commence by reflecting. Whose opinion truly matters? Another crucial step consists of learning self-validation. When you start recognizing your personal value, environmental acceptance transforms trivial. The second you quit chasing acceptance is when you begin existing with liberty. Judgment is unavoidable, but how you handle it determines your power. Criticism only has as much power as you grant it. If you respond sentimentally, you let it control you. The most powerful people don't allow judgment to disturb them. They assess it with a clear mind, capture what's valuable, and abandon what's left. Process judgment via reason, not emotion. Two kinds of condemnation occur: constructive and destructive. Beneficial judgment is precious. Damaging condemnation, by contrast, is intended to tear you apart. Not every opinion merits your focus. When you reply to judgment with serene detachment, you show the world that your confidence is unshakable. The strongest people don't dread judgment. They use it wisely, or they disregard it entirely. Pressure exposes people. Some fracture. However, the resilient remain unshaken, because they prepare their minds before the tempest comes. The key lies in separating from the requirement for command. Not each will advance following intention. However, you don't engage effectively. You answer with planning. Most people crack under pressure since they fight actuality. Your thinking is your war zone. The thoughts you allow will determine whether you win or lose. To discipline a steadfast mentality, you should construct cognitive routines, gratitude to counter negativity, rigor to supersede idleness. Daily you need to condition yourself to be unfazed, to stop before engaging. The majority are captives of their sentiments, but the ones who control their minds control everything. Mental strength is built in routine, trivial occasions. Within the most potent cognitive routines you may cultivate is separation. Distance doesn't indicate apathy. It indicates command. Another crucial element lies in strictness. Consciousness perpetually chases comfort. However, strictness reshapes consciousness. Commence minimally. Commit to habits that strengthen your psychological power. Authentic force functions silently. It doesn't pursue recognition. It merely performs and permits achievements to express. The loudest people in the room are frequently the most fragile. If you desire to be honored, cease declaring your intentions. Accomplishment isn't forged through statements. It is built through action. The more you talk, the more you draw scrutiny. As you operate quietly, nobody perceives your approach. The most resilient persons don't waste energy proving themselves. They let their success do the talking. Stillness isn't dormant, it's planning. When you articulate, your words carry weight. In an existence where all frantically seek recognition, be the person who doesn't pursue acknowledgement. While others chase attention, you chase mastery. This is the separation between people who speak of achieving magnificent goals and those who actually do them. The instant you cease supplying outside approval, you'll perceive something. Individuals will begin noticing. They will wonder how you did it. And that's when you'll know you've authentically commanded circumstances. Not because you told the world, but because you showed it without saying a word.